coming to a close. The magic of March hits the hardwood in Barberton High School as the Hillsdale Falcons are looking to play here again Friday in their first regional championship since 1990. But one of the teams in Division 7 stands in their way tonight, one of the best, led by the new top all-time scorer in Ohio boys basketball history. It's Quinn Kwansniak and the Cornerstone Christian Patriots. Stay tuned, we've got regional semifinal action from Barberton, live and free on the OH Report next.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
At AVETA Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at AVETA Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At AVETA Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if AVETA can help administer your plan of custom care.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
We welcome you back to Barberton High School for your pregame show on the OH Report, brought to you by Bendon Publishing. Jonathon Langdon alongside Brian Skowronski, and we are excited to be here to celebrate history along with Hillsdale Nation. The Falcons here in a regional tournament for the first time in a long time, Skowronski.
Yeah, it's been since LeBron James was playing back in 2001 when the Falcons had arguably their greatest season of all time getting to this stage. So it's been a long journey to get back here, but a team that's got a big collective of talent led by their big man in the middle. They certainly feel like they've got better than a fighting shot here tonight.
Well, they're going to be taking on a really solid opponent, and let's go ahead and dive into that team, the Cornerstone Christian Academy Patriots. All the way up in Willoughby Hills, they are ranked 6th in Division 7. They went 18-8 on the season, but they did play a pretty tough schedule, Brian.
Yeah, this is a team that gets obviously a lot of scoring from the all-time great leader in the history of the state now, but they've got a few guys that can really fill it up on the offensive end. Defense is where they've struggled a bit so far this season, so it's a very high-octane type of pace that they play with and should lead to some super fun basketball here tonight.
And it just feels like this is a team that was built for this moment right here to get to the regionals and even further, especially now that Richmond Heights is a team that took them out the last 3 seasons, and they're no longer in the equation down in Division 5.
So there's been a lot of complaints about the expansion in the 7 divisions. There's a few teams out there that are certainly grinning ear to ear the fact that they are able to avoid some of those perennial powers like Richmond Heights trying to go for their 4th consecutive state championship. And this team certainly feels like probably a weight lifted off of their shoulder, the fact that they're not standing in their way this year at regionals.
Let's go ahead and dive into the kid that everybody's talking about in the state of Ohio. Quinn Kwansniak has been a stud ever since he stepped foot at Cornerstone Christian Academy. His head coach is the dad, and he's had an opportunity here to really lead this team in scoring for all 4 of those years. And he just took over John Diebler from Upper Sandusky for the highest score all time. He currently sits at 3,210 points. Surreal.
Anytime you're compared to the greats like a LeBron James, a John Diebler, Luke Kennard, all guys that played in the NBA or are currently pro basketball players, you're in an elite company that it's tough to get into that upper echelon. We saw this kid on the OH report, I think 4 years ago when he was just a freshman and was the leading scorer on the team way back then. So he's continued to progress, and he's a much better overall talent now. Yeah, the scoring blows you away, and he's super supremely gifted at getting to the basket, shooting the threes, where he's also the all-time leader in the history of the state for knocking down triples for a career, passing Zach Brazil from McDonald a couple of weeks ago. But this guy now, he's a great rebounder. He can pass it as well, so he's a true extension of his father out there on the floor, and one of the great players that we have in the entire Buckeye State.
And you can see him get to work on his corner threes. We're going to see him there quite a lot. That very spot where he's practicing is actually where he broke the record last game when they were able to win their district championship. So Kwansniak, definitely a stud. We're excited to watch him play, but we're even more excited to talk about these Hillsdale Falcons. This team in a really tough WCAL that I already knew was one of the best conferences in Ohio, but it's been proven after last weekend. Half of the teams in the league won district titles.
Extraordinary to accomplish that feat. Hillsdale finishing in the top half this year, and it's been super cool to watch this team. It was a program that was kind of down in the dumps for a long time. They were finishing last place over and over again in the WCAL. Interject them with some talent. A Brady Krichbaum, this junior class. There's a lot of kids that are contributing this season, and Coach Ferguson taking over the role as the top guy, bringing in his son now as a freshman and at the point guard role. It's been really a lot of fun to watch this Falcons team develop from the start of the year to where they are now.
And we saw one of the best district championship performances by a single player, I think, ever in the history of the OH report. In Brady Krichbaum, had 26 points, just as many boards, and 4 blocks.
Outrageous. Yeah, you can go ahead and book that as one of the best performances all time that we've seen on our channels. And I love what he does on both ends of the floor. He doesn't force anything. He shoots a super high percentage throughout the season. He's leading the team in scoring, rebounding, block shots. He'll get plenty of deflections here tonight, and he's good enough on his feet that in that help side situation where a guard might break past one of the defenders, he's able to get over there and provide a lot of shade for them in the middle. So Brady Krichbaum, one of the most improved players that I think that we had in North Central Ohio this year. He's a superstar now in his senior campaign.
We're going to quickly pause for the national anthem about to be played here in the gym here at Barberton High School. Coming up, Hillsdale taking on Cornerstone Christian Academy in a regional semifinal in Division 7.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. Quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
Where champions rise and rivalries ignite, right here on the OH Report. And time to wrap up our pregame show here on the OH Report, brought to you by Bendon Publishing. Hillsdale Falcons, 17th in Division 7, set to take on number 6 Cornerstone Christian Academy, and the Patriots, a team that has been to this stage quite a bit here in the last couple of seasons. They've won 2 of the last 3 district championships, and here they are in another regional opportunity to get to the regional final. We mentioned it earlier in the pregame show that they were a team that kind of ran into some really solid competition that is no longer in this division, so maybe a chance to get all the way to the state tournament yet again for the first time since 2018, in fact. They won it in 2016, went back in 2018. And a couple of keys that we're going to share here to try and get this team into the state tournament yet again. For Cornerstone Christian, I think the big thing is offensively, you're gifted. 75 points a game, but you're giving up 61 a contest. So you want to make sure that you don't have any gimmies, especially in a game where defense wins championships.
Offense seems to be running the show in the tournament, and for Hillsdale as well, they've been scoring a lot of points. So for a team like Cornerstone Christian that really kind of hangs their hat on being able to outscore the opposition, something they've done a bunch so far this season, I think that's a pretty key to victory.
And then the first key there, win the rebound battle. Hillsdale's only lost that battle twice all year, which I think is a really good testament to what the Falcons have been able to do, even with just one 6'6" presence that normally plays in the rotation. Everybody else is just super athletic.
Yeah, a lot of great players out on the perimeter, some decent size for the Falcons, and they contribute in that rebounding margin that they tend to win on a night-in, night-out basis. So for Cornerstone Christian, certainly going to want to try to block out, force the Falcons to some one-and-dones.
And then for the Falcons, I think the big thing for them is everybody eats, and there's a part 2 to this, because you want everybody to have the opportunity to score. They've had that all of this tournament run, but there's also the case where just cannot be too unselfish. I feel like there were a couple times, especially in that Heartland Christian game, where they were passing up wide open looks inside to try and get their teammates involved. It resulted in them turning the ball over 24 times against the Lions.
Probably not going to get it done here against Cornerstone Christian, not a team that's able to get as many deflections and then get out in transition at the ability that the Patriots can. But you're absolutely right. They've got 7 kids averaging at least 5 points per game. 6 of them are at least 6 points per game and above. So it's been an unselfish team all season long, but don't forget who really got you here. It's been the offense so far of guys like Troy Bennett and Brady Krichbaum, and of course, Lowen Ferguson. He is their deep threat. Make sure if you've got a clean look, don't be be afraid of the big stage in the moment. Go out, shoot your shot, and if you go down on your sword, I think you can always be happy at the end of the night knowing that you contributed in the fashion that you've done all season long that helped you win a district title.
Going to go through both teams' starting lineups for you. We'll start with Cornerstone Christian. They will start Darian Davis, goes by Debo, so we'll be calling him Debo throughout the broadcast. Wears number 0. He's a junior 6'4" forward. That'll be the main test for Krichbaum underneath. Number 4, Isaiah West starts, another senior for this group. Stands 5'10", and then the other senior, Carter Sims, wears number 5. Hudson Funk is just a sophomore. He wears number 10, and then Quinn Kwansniak, that's the man of the hour. New leading scorer in Ohio high school hoops history. He wears number 11, the 6'2" guard that will bring the ball up the floor most of the time for Cornerstone Christian. On the other side of things, for Hillsdale, Troy Bennett starts averaging just over 10 points a game. Number 1, he is a junior 5'10" guard. Hayden McFadden at 18 points against Heartland Christian. He wears number 10. Lowen Ferguson, the freshman for this group, wears number 20. And then underneath, Cale Lewis and Brady Krichbaum. Lewis wearing number 23 and Brady wearing number 32. And remember, I just like to throw this number out there. Krichbaum, 26 points, 26 rebounds, 4 blocks in the district championship against Heartland Christian. Here we go from Barberton High School. Tip is won by Hillsdale. Ferguson brings it down the floor, stands just 5'4", but plays much bigger than that, Brian.
Yeah, he's the coach's kid. You can tell when he's out there that he's been in the gym his entire life, and he is not afraid of the moment. An air ball here to start things off, but you appreciate the confidence of this kid wanting to come out, set the tone, and have an initial spark.
Yeah, Ferguson just had 3 points in their game against Heartland Christian. It was a bank shot at the buzzer at the end of the first half, so already getting some more shots up as McFadden tipped this basketball out of bounds, and we'll see this half-court offense from Kwansniak and his crew at Cornerstone. Another tip out by Lewis, and we'll try again.
And for Hillsdale, I love the way that they defend. They've typically been having the better athletes so far throughout the season. They've run into some better basketball teams and true hoopers, if you will, but this team, make no mistake about it, almost everybody out there can dunk with the exception of Lowen. So they've got some high risers, some big time flyers, and some kids that can really get after you on the defensive end.
Right wing 3, first shot for Cornerstone Christian, no good. Fight for the rebound, won by the Patriots, and they get a nice look inside. That is Colson Keeper.
And that's exactly what you want if you're going to be Cornerstone Christian, to be able to get some second chance points. Out rebound Krichbaum inside. You notice they had a couple of different bodies on him to try to keep him out of the picture.
Pass inside on the lob. Lewis too hard off the window. Taken in by Debo Davis. Gives it to Kwansniak, who crosses the timeline. Couple of mix-ups on the starting lineup for Cornerstone Christian, as here is a corner 3 that won't go. Ferguson flies in for the rebound, so no Sims in the starting lineup. Instead, it is Colson Keeper. And then also, looks like no Hudson Funk in the lineup. It's Aiden Pettis who starts instead of him, wearing number 1. McFadden will hoist a deep 3. That one off to the right, and Davis right there with the rebound.
And if you're Cornerstone Christian, you're gonna allow that all night long. This is not a great three-point shooting team, as they allow an open look here, and the Falcons a bit bailed out, but another offensive board.
Here is Quinn Kwansniak, doubled out top, forces it inside. Ball moves again, and it's back to Quinn. They're doubling him on the catch early in this game from the Falcons.
Yeah, and I kind of like that decision, too, to try to force the others, if you will, to step up. And they've got some dudes that certainly can. Davis over 12 points per game. Funk is in double figures. West as well, about 9.
Corner 3, another open look. That one also off. 0 for 3 here, Aiden Pettis so far in this game for the Patriots.
First rebound from Krichbaum as well inside. See if that gets him going. He hasn't had a touch yet on the offensive end.
Lewis catches, drives, and gets the layup. Hillsdale's on the board. 2.5 minutes in, we're tied back at 2.
Nice strong take that time by Cale Lewis. Cornerstone Christian really pushing the pace, trying to get involved offensively. And McFadden called for the reach over right there. Minimal contact, but still picks up the personal.
Yeah, not too much contact, and they would have been out and running if that was not called by the official right there, but Patriots survive. They're going to keep it going here on this offensive possession. Kwansniak defended by Cale Lewis. Directs traffic. And Ferguson almost tied it up with Davis, but we'll keep moving. This is Pettis, now gives back to Kwansniak, step through, dish inside, easy layup for Debo Davis, the transfer from Euclid High School.
Gorgeous feed that time by Kwansniak, and all the attention directed at him, so a no-look pass and a beautiful bucket, and they're going to say last off of McFadden here, so a turnover.
There's the dish inside once again. That's where Davis gets a lot of his points this year, averages 12 points a game, and it all comes from the playmaker, Kwansniak, who averages, we talk about his points per game all the time at 37, but he also puts up nearly 8 assists a game. Here's Davis again, floater. That one off. Good defense from Krichbaum, and Troy Bennett with the rebound.
A little bit flat with that shot attempt right there, allowing the Falcons to hold them to a one and done. Offense has been a struggle for him, but this is a good look, though, in and out for Cale Lewis.
Lewis has the only points of this game, missed that mid-range jumper, and here comes Kwansniak yet again. Davis, plenty of space to go to work on Krichbaum. He blocks him, but there is a foul. Krichbaum hit the deck, but this is going to go on Brady.
Late whistle coming in as well. Looked like Krichbaum goes down with his hand just a little bit. Might have caught him on the wrists, and it's going to land him here on the free throw line.
Davis, a 45% shooter at the free throw line. He makes the first. First sub of the game. Going to bring in some size, Hillsdale. Here comes Knox Lewis, brother of Cale.
I think that's where Hillsdale might have the advantage tonight, is just being able to go about 8 deep, throwing some fresh bodies out there from time to time and being able to keep that intensity up.
Cornerstone Christian, however, leads 6-2 here early in this contest, nearly halfway done with the first quarter. That ball almost tips in off of a rebound. Davis hits the deck and gets it out to a guard. Leaking out above the play. That one is dropped before a finish could go in. Aiden Pettis turns it over.
Yeah, Funk's wide open down there for the layup, and it just slips through his fingers. First turnover of the night, though, so far here for Cornerstone Christian.
Ferguson tries to split a double. He draws a foul. That one will go on keeper. .401 to go here in the first quarter. Lewis will inbound on the baseline as we see this tight 3-2 full court pressure. That's something you see much. Bennett picks up his dribble, throws it away. Kwansniak up ahead. Cale in his tracks, forces the miss. Offensive board, however, and that shot goes awry. Lewis gets decked as he snags it. There's yet another foul on Cornerstone Christian. That'll be their team second.
Offensive rebounding is really crushing Hillsdale so far. Only 2 second chance points, but the Falcons might want to get their act together, find a body, start blocking out some of these Patriots, or it could be a long night if they're able to continue to get to the offensive glass like this.
Such a high full court pressure here as they get a quarter of the way up and they kind of start to drop back, but still not making it easy on the Falcons inbounding the basketball. And Krichbaum turns it over as a crowd of Patriots went over to contest him. Kwansniak dishes on the scoop, gets it right back. Other side we go. Pump fake, dish. Davis rises, fires, gets a nice bounce off the back rim.
He's got 6 of the 8 points so far, and so far he's looking for his shot quite a bit when he's getting opportunities in the paint, so might want to think about defensively kind of changing the strategy a little bit, but for the Falcons, it's more about the offensive end, out of rhythm, 5 turnovers, and it leads to a breakaway here for Kwansniak.
First points of the day for the all-time leading scorer. It's a 10-2 run to start the contest for Cornerstone Christian. Ben Ferguson will talk things over with his team. Just feels a little rattled right now, especially on this full court pressure we're seeing from Cornerstone.
No question. 5 turnovers, being able to get out and run. They nearly had a layup as well with Funk a couple of possessions back if it didn't slip through his fingers. So Hillsdale still easing into the night. You might want to wake up here. Great timeout, I think, by Coach Ferguson. Talk about your strategy, what you were discussing in the locker room coming out here, and got to rise to the occasion. This is the regional round. Everybody's going to be a super quality squad. The district's a little bit watered down in Division 7 this year, so this is a big step up for the Falcons. They're finding out so far here in the first 5 minutes. Plenty of time to still get things figured out here before you go into quarter number 2. Try to clean this up and get within a possession or two.
You just saw all 10 of Cornerstone's points during the timeout. As you see Ferguson playing up. That's his signature floater. Can't get it to go, and we've got a foul on Krichbaum. That's going to be his second here in this game, team third.
And that could be a total game changer here, as he's going to have to exit out. Hayden McFadden up off the bench will replace him. That's the one big eraser that they have in the middle. How long can Coach Ferguson go with him over on the bench?
Chance to make it a double-digit lead for Cornerstone Christian so early in this game. Davis hands off to his teammate. It's the point guard Pettis who gives to Kwansniak. Kwansniak has just scored in this contest. There's another dime, and you see the presence of Krichbaum dearly missed by the Falcons, and there's another bucket.
Second assist as well by Kwansniak, matching the number of points that he had. So due to all-around type of basketball players, McFadden might have got away with the charge, but a slick setup and some much-needed points.
Good bucket from Knox Lewis. Makes it 12-4. Quinn doubled yet again. Here's a takeaway. Big shot for McFadden. This kid can fly. Has it stripped from behind. Well done by Pettis to knock it out of bounds.
McFadden, boy, he was thinking about the showtime before the moment arrived here in the home of the Magics. He really wanted to slam that baby down with authority, so give a lot of credit here to the defense getting back into the mix there and knocking it out. Not even a foul on the play. Falcons left the inbound.
Yeah, it looks like there is a foul, so McFadden's lining up to shoot free throws. Yeah, you see at the end of the replay, or we saw at the end of the replay, very late whistle, but there is one, and McFadden a chance to get back into this. Rattles home the first, the 53% free throw shooter. Here's your angle again with McFadden looking to fly to the rim. Did just get him. Student section, regardless, even though it was a foul, they're happy that that wasn't a big momentum moment right there as McFadden splits the pair.
Fourth rebound by Davis as well. Kids got 6 and 4 here to open things up.
Dream start for the big fella against another Hillsdale team that really relies on their big guy, who's currently out with 2 fouls. Nice no-look dish. Kwansniak finds Pettis yet again. First points for Pettis.
And when the double team's coming in the fashion that it is for the Falcons, almost instantly, it's really opening things up for guys to start crashing to the lane. Great diagonal cut right there. And so far, Kwasniak's 3 for 3 when he's been able to deliver those dimes.
Ferguson short on the floater. Rebound by West down the floor. Kwansniak behind the back, fakes a 3, drives baseline. He's going to be fouled by Holland Young, who tried to reach over. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Falcons with a minute left here in the first quarter. Risky attempt on the reach-in from the senior Holland. Another foul will send Cornerstone Christian to the line. Fake handoff, dish inside, big collision and a foul. And that will send Cornerstone Christian into the bonus. Here comes Davis to the strike.
2 fouls on McFadden as well now, so both he and Krichbaum in a little bit of foul trouble. They're going to have to bring in Knox Lewis now to fill in that void in the middle. So the Falcons in a tough situation right now, where in an area where you felt like they might have the upper hand, and now all of a sudden maybe their 2 most dynamic basketball players and athletes are going to be saddled by Coach Ferguson for a while.
Back to a 10-point lead. After that first shot goes in for Davis. Had 9 points, 11 rebounds in that last game in the district championship against Western Reserve. Goes 1 for 2 after missing that second one. Ferguson, pass taken away. Layup too hard off the window, but it's Lowen Ferguson again with the foul. More free throws for Cornerstone Christian. That's really not something that we expected to see out of Cornerstone Christian. They only shoot about 10 free throws a game, but they're getting close to that number here just in the first quarter.
And again, I think it just kind of relates to the fact that the Falcons taking a big step up here. This is a program that's accustomed to playing in regionals. They've got an all-time great weapon in the history of the state of Ohio out there. And so still making that adjustment period right now for Hillsdale. 6 turnovers, and they've had 3 pretty costly ones.
There is certainly an adjustment period, but can't be too long, especially down now 16 points after that second free throw goes in for Colson Keeper. He goes 1 for 2. Little football route from state title appearance Hillsdale Falcons. And we got a foul in the middle of the court. That'll be the 4th on Cornerstone Christian with 42 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, just the first on Funk, and all 3 players that have a foul right now for Cornerstone, that's it. So nobody's in foul trouble as of yet for them. Doing a nice job here with their execution and the full court pressure, really putting a lot of pressure on the Falcons. We'll see if they can get into a nice half-court set. It's felt very rushed so far for Hillsdale in this first quarter.
Ferguson starts the play, gives to Bennett. Very high action defensively from Cornerstone Christian as Bennett has it up top again, picks up his dribble, finds Ferguson, dish to Young, and now back to Bennett. 20 seconds left, 3 cannot go, and the rebound still being fought for, and it looks like it will be a jump ball. Good job there by Kwansniak to dive on it. Maybe I thought he rolled over there towards the end. It could have been a travel.
So possession arrow is going to keep it here, heading the other way with the Patriots. 14 seconds. You already know it's going to start in the hands of number 11 and just let him cook.
See what Kwansniak can do with under 10. He'll take a screen from Davis, draws a double. Davis, give and go, corner, Kwansniak, yes sir!
He is so dangerous from those corners. You see it right there. Excellent setup as well. You can tell that's an action they run on the regular to very great success.
The Army commit puts them up 19-5 over the Hillsdale Falcons. We're coming back with your second quarter next, live and free on the OH Report. And we're back from Barberton High School, ready for the second quarter of action. Hillsdale down right now, 5-19 to the number 6 team in Division 7, Cornerstone Christian, and the Patriots. They have shown their experience in these first 8 minutes. They've held Krichbaum scoreless here in this, at this point in time. They also have him with 2 fouls.
Yeah, so does Hayden McFadden. They're both out here on the floor. Turnover number 7. That has really plagued the Falcons so far. But I appreciate the opportunity here from a couple of veterans out there. You got a junior in McFadden and certainly a senior out there in Brady Krichbaum. You got us here. You got to go out there and just play some really smart basketball. They can ill afford to not have them on the floor, but this dude is absolutely killing them. Another basket, his 3rd.
Debo Davis, I think what they're doing right now, Brian, in the middle, they're setting screens on Krichbaum to get open inside and give Kwansniak the chance to play make and kind of just thread the needle. There's another missed opportunity from Hillsdale. Other way we go. Layup is in. Carter Sims joins the action on offense.
Yeah, it's his first bucket. Nice find again. And been able to get free right around the rim on quite a number of occasions. And again, the pressure burst in the pipes. Funk out ahead of the pack and keeps it in.
Squaring away a three, Aiden Pettis, 26-5.
Yeah, this is an avalanche right now on the Falcons, down by 21 points. They needed that response desperately. The first basket in points here for the Frosh.
Stepped right into it with confidence. Lowen Ferguson, big shot. Bigger shot here. That one goes in and out. And Krichbaum couldn't haul in the rebound. Step back, Kwansniak, heat check, way off. Rebound inside. Krichbaum gets his first block of the day.
And for Hillsdale now, it's about stringing together some runs. Back-to-back baskets for the first time would be fantastic if you're a Falcons fan.
Bennett keeps the ball moving. Ferguson, heat check, way downtown. He knocks it in. 26-11 now, and a timeout from Coach Babe Kwansniak.
Excellent response here. You can tell Lowen Ferguson, dude's up for the challenge, man. He rolled off the bus. He was excited to play in this game. He has not been shy, knocking down back-to-back three-pointers, exactly what the doctor would order right now here for Hillsdale, who was reeling offensively. And this gives them a little spark, a bit of life. Defensively is where they've had some problems with the previous possession. Getting a block shot. It's a good sign for Krichbaum and company that they're starting to kind of get their faculties about them here at the regional stage.
So interesting to note for the Patriots on the other side of things, they've got 6 players in the score column, and Kwansniak is not the leading scorer out of all of them. He's just got 5, and Debo Davis has had some good looks inside. He's got 9, and even though Kwansniak hasn't had the best of looks, I like the defense Hillsdale's playing on them right now, and I thought it was fun reading up an article as we got ready for today's game. Coach Ferguson pretty much said, as soon as Kwansniak steps off the bus, he's open to shoot some threes. So got to be on him pretty much from right when he gets into the building here in Barberton.
You hear about players having the green light. He's got the ultimate nonstop. Traffic is always flowing in his direction when the ball's in his hand. The most made three-pointers in the history of the state. He hit that mark several weeks back, and now the all-time leading scorer. Got to find him defensively. The Falcons have done a nice job of doing that, but he's burned them. 3 nice assists so far. As that's tipped up and around, and the Falcons again allow an offensive board.
This will roll out, however, and it's last off of Cornerstone Christian. That's another note we talked about. The rebounding battle, it's been a struggle here for the Falcons. Not very often that they get out-rebounded, but the Patriots really trying in that effort to win that battle, because they believe if you can do that, you beat the Falcons.
13-6 right now. The Patriots winning the battle of the boards. Half of those have come on the offensive end.
Ferguson has scored the last 6 points for the Falcons. He dishes off. McFadden, nice open look, and Lewis able to finish it off. First points for him since he got the Falcons started on the scoring sheet.
Second time for McFadden, and an 8-0 run right now. Hayden reading it. Oh, wow. That's a really tough call that I don't like one bit. McFadden certainly felt like he won at the point of attack. He got to the ball first. It's a late whistle. That's rough, and that's his 3rd.
Yeah, so that's going to keep it on this side for Cornerstone Christian. And McFadden's now got 3. He's going to the bench. Aiden Pettis, he'll facilitate for the Patriots. Catch and shoot, Kwansniak. It'll be a moving screen before the shot. That'll go on Isaiah West.
Second turnover in the frame here for Cornerstone Christian. They just got 3 so far. They've done a nice job of taking care of the basketball so far.
Some will say they traded off fouls there, but that's not a trade-off. That's McFadden's 3rd foul. Now he's got to sit on the bench. Ferguson catches top of the key. Playing up on him definitely a lot more. It's leaving Troy Bennett open. That time, however, he can't make the 3, and they'll tip out last off of the Patriots.
And it's not a bad idea here defensively for Cornerstone Christian to allow anybody but Lowen to get clean looks from beyond the arc. Don't really have a consistent shooter in the bunch. As Krichbaum, that's his first shot attempt, and a good sign. The left hand showed a little bit of touch.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job this year, working on his post game and really getting into really good positions before he even gets ready to shoot. And that was exactly what I just mentioned. That's what you saw out of Krichbaum. Give and go, Pettis for three. Or, excuse me, Funk. That is Funk who knocks down the triple. Funk has 5.
And another setup from Kwansniak, just when they're shading that much defense toward him halfway home. Tough break that time for Ferguson. Would have been his 3rd straight from long range.
Funk, another try, same corner. That one no good. And Lewis keeps it with him on the rebound. Kale dish, Krichbaum inside. It'll be an offensive foul. Another huge call. That's now 3 on Krichbaum and McFadden.
Taking a look at the replay right now.
It's actually on Knox Lewis. It's on number 5 in white.
I have no idea how. The contact obviously is on Brady Krichbaum. But that's, hey, you'll take that if you're Coach Ferguson.
Krichbaum, however, is still on the bench. So they are taking him out, even though technically he has 2 fouls, because PA called that was on Knox Lewis. Another no-look dish. There's those screens inside that's really causing issues for the interior of the Hillsdale defense.
This offense is just so much more than Quinn. You can tell that he's the distributor. He's the best shooter, of course, in the history of the state. However, Davis, a potent scorer, a lot of guys really contribute. Everybody in the starting lineup at least 6 points per game as Kwansniak belly up to come away with the theft.
Funk gives it back to Quinn. Double team, Ferguson comes to help. Dish into Davis, pick from behind. That'll go on Lowen. It's gonna be the team 3rd.
Second on Ferguson too, so 3 kids are already in foul trouble right now for Hillsdale. And it's been a little bit imbalanced. There's been some questionable calls so far here on the Falcons that's changing the way that this game is gonna be played the rest of the night.
Kwansniak catch and shoot, too much space. That one, however, missed, fortunately for the Falcons. And now another fight for the rebound. It's gonna be with the Falcons this time.
Great hustle by Sims on the interior. Him and Davis have just offered fits so far here for Hillsdale. That would have been his 3rd offensive rebound if he was able to secure it.
Lewis gives to Ferguson, spin move, dish. Lewis open for 3. Not enough leg in that one, and a rebound underneath by West.
Open for a reason out on the perimeter. He's been streaky, seen him hit 2 in a game before back-to-back.
Kwansniak, 2 closeouts late, and it's too late for the Falcons. It's now 34-15.
First points here, the second quarter for Kwansniak. 2nd trifecta.
Step in 3, Holland Young can't get that one. Lewis fell to the deck, good rebound again by Sims. Kwansniak nearly carried. His pass poked away by Lewis. Can he get there before it goes out? No. .217 left here in the second quarter. Falcons foul-ridden. 3s aren't falling. Turnovers, quite a bit of them. And the Patriots capitalizing on each one of those mistakes.
This last 2 minutes, 10 seconds are going to be crucial either way here. If the Falcons can make a mini run and not fall into a deeper hole, you feel better about yourself going into halftime. You can also kind of bury Hillsdale here with a couple of made shots as we get a rebound and a reach-in foul here. Big board there by Young, his 2nd.
That'll go on Funk, just the 2nd team foul here in the quarter for the Patriots. Those are your 2 big issues right now for Hillsdale on the bench. McFadden and Krichbaum, 2 really big playmakers for this team on both sides of the ball. Forced to be out right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're losing 23 points per game over there, but defensively is where both of these guys are really gems when you think about the shot blocking and the steals.
Knox Lewis gets his second effort. Kwansniak down the floor looking for a response. Kale Lewis assigned to defend him. Colson keeper gives back to Kwansniak, who is pushed out of bounds. That'll be the team fourth here in this quarter. And if they can get one more on him, that would be the bonus in back-to-back quarters.
Yeah, I think this actually, well, they updated that scoreboard very fast.
Yeah.
And okay, so it is just the fourth on the Falcons here. Last one to give.
Fine folk at Barberton are on top of things here. This is a great facility, by the way. That beautiful, great scenes. Perfect for this Division 7 regional semi. And we see Kwansniak trying to get a pass inside. It's tipped away. Good job by Kale Lewis. Ferguson hands off. Lewis catch and shoot. And he can't get that one, but his brother's there for the board. Knox rises, fires, banks it in.
Back-to-back buckets on second chance opportunities for Knox Lewis. That's really how the Falcons can get themselves back into this game, just willing their way at the offensive end, trying to create some chaos there in the lane where they've got some excellent athletes. We've known that all season long. Can you start slowing things down for the Patriots here at the offensive end? A team that's super high scoring, 75.5 per game, and trying to hold for the last shot and at least give themselves a chance to extend this lead.
Official was counting. Kwansniak had to get away. Gets it right back. Now Ferguson defending. Dish inside. Shot no good, but a foul. That'll go on Bennett. Couldn't quite get over for the block, and that's now a bonus opportunity here for Cornerstone Christian at the line. This is Carter Sims.
First free throw of the night here for Sims. Got a couple points, couple of rebounds.
Off the back iron with the first. Aiden Pettis enters the action, number 2 for Cornerstone Christian. Final 31.8 after this shot. That one no good. It looks like it'll be a lane violation on the Patriots.
And for the Falcons there, best case scenario, of course, where come away empty-handed for Cornerstone Christian. Now, if you're able to, you try to hold for the final shot here unless you get a premium look, something like a layup. Wouldn't try a three-pointer at this point unless it's in the closing seconds here. Got a nice 4-0 run going. If you can close out the half on a 6-0 or a 7-0 run, you feel like you're right back in the game.
They are in the half court, so a good opportunity. Lorenzo Curry, number 24, the Patriots in for defensive purposes here in the last 18 seconds and counting. Nearly able to get to that pass. Dishes now. Baseline drive from Bennett in a pickle. Nearly threw it away. Ferguson catch and shoot. That one no good. Lewis keeps it in, but it's right back to Cornerstone Christian. 3 seconds left. Kwansniak flies. Wanted a foul. Won't get it. And at the buzzer, Ferguson tried to chuck something up. It was blocked, and looked like someone got hurt after that full court heave at the very end there. But at the half, Patriots are up 34-19, but much better basketball in that second quarter from the Falcons. And we'll see if they can get all the way back in the second half. And we'll have some numbers for you coming up live and free on the OH Report.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
Where champions rise and rivalries ignite, right here on the OH Report. Time now for your Bendon halftime show here on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon, Brian Skowronski here to recap what was an interesting first half, especially towards the beginning, because Patriots looked like they were going to run away with this one, and maybe not as much emphasis on the word run right now, but still it's a rough one. 34-19. Falcons turned it over a ton there in that first half, but I think in the last 4 minutes you saw some production come out of the Falcons, and there's still a bright, positive future here potentially in the second half.
They at least played them even in that second quarter, so they're feeling a little bit better about themselves, and they closed out the frame on a 4-0 run, but it was just a landslide there at the beginning of the game. A couple of tough calls go against them. It lands their best player over on the bench, Brady Krichbaum, who spent about half of the first half over there. Hayden McFadden with 3 fouls at this point as well, so we'll see if Coach elects to start him at the beginning of the third quarter. I think he's got to go with his best players. So for Hillsdale, bit of an awakening period at the beginning of the game, but they've settled in nicely and they're starting to play much better basketball in the second quarter. Look like a team that was a district champion there and competing there over the last 8 minutes.
Well, we knew that we were going to see one of the best scorers here in the history of Ohio high school basketball, because Kwansniak just took over John Diebler for the record, but I didn't think we were going to see playmaker Kwansniak here in this game. He has 8 points, but 4 dimes as well that have all been pretty good inside. And I think the biggest thing, Brian, game plan-wise from Coach Babe, they're setting screens inside, trapping, just keeping Krichbaum from really being a factor on those down screens underneath, and they're getting wide open looks because of it.
It almost felt as well like they kind of understood how the Falcons were going to play him. And when you've got a scorer as potent as Quinn Kwansniak, you've seen every defense, and the anticipation is the opponent's going to come out here, they're going to try to take the ball out of his hands. So how do they offset that? Exactly how you said. They had the lower guys downstairs kind of set some screens, slipping through, running that baseline, and Quinn's got such great vision that he was able to deliver on the mark on 4 different occasions. Off to a great start, and he's not the type of kid that presses. He only had one, if you will, heat check shot in that first half. He's only got 8 points so far, 2 made threes, and then the 2-pointer, but it never felt at any point like he was like, okay, I'm a dude that averages 38 a game. I got to go get mine. He's a great team player, a captain, and right now he's just giving Hillsdale fits in a lot of different variety of ways on the offensive end.
There's a whole nother half. We could definitely still see that out of Kwansniak. Let's look at those halftime numbers as well, because this will tell the story too. Fouls, definitely more on the Hillsdale side, 10-3 in that department, and then just every other opportunity that the Patriots have had to kind of demoralize the Falcons, they've taken advantage. A team that doesn't get out-rebounded is getting out-rebounded right now in the Hillsdale Falcons.
Yeah, Debo's got 5 of them so far. He's been just a monster on the interior, and a lot of other guys, everybody else that's really contributed has 2. When you look at Keeper, Kwansniak, Funk, Sims, and West, everybody's getting involved, and plenty of those were on the offensive end. Now, they were only able to cash in 4 second chance points, but they created extra possessions and then took opportunities out of Hillsdale's hands where they would have had chances to try to go down and get some points and try to cut away at this deficit. So for the Falcons, got to do a better job of holding them to one and dones in the second half if you're going to be able to try to dig yourself out of this hole, something that not a lot of teams have been able to do so far this season. This team's been very good when they've scored 70+ so far on the campaign, and they're about halfway there right now.
So 34-19 sits the score. Just about 2 minutes left until we get started with the second half. We're going to take one more break, and we'll come back live and free on the OH Report.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. Quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
Tonight's regional basketball game presented live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors, including the Village Point Market, a local store where you can discover more. Bendon Publishing, based in Ashland, they develop creative and engaging products that spark imagination and fun. Currently, Bendon stands as the top producer of coloring and activity books in the entire globe. Brock Rader and the team at Howard Hanna, buying or selling homes is not easy. Partnering with a Brock Rader team, though, at Howard Hanna, it definitely is. As the #1 privately owned real estate company in the country, they can help you successfully navigate the process with ease. Simonson Construction, from concept to completion, they help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Fickes Furniture is a 4th-generation company celebrating over 100 years in the furniture biz, selling Bassett, Flex Steel, and Bros of Burn, Mohawk Flooring, and many more. And finally, the Hayesville AMVETS, nonprofit organization serving our veterans and community. They wish the Falcons the best here in the tournament, and you're about to see them in action coming up right now.
And here we go with the second half, live and free on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon, Brian Skowronski. Producer today, Adam Thompson. Camera operator, Jory Hollenbeck. Catch and shoot right out of the gates for Cornerstone Christian. And there's Kwansniak. Might start to see him scoring a little bit more here in the second.
Yeah, that's his third triple, and he deferred a lot. We talked about it there at the halftime break, the fact that he's been more of a facilitator. Obviously, we know he can score, and how about an offensive rebound by the littlest dude in the gym? A second one, but Ferguson misses all 3 shots.
Just his touch seems a little bit off right now here in this game tonight. Kwansniak spin, fadeaway jumper, in and out. Rebound by Krichbaum. And here comes Ferguson down the floor yet again. Nearly lost his footing and able to get it away. Bennett down the lane. Lays that one up and in. 37-21 after that score. Bennett is on the board here tonight.
Gonna need to get contributions from a lot of guys here if you're Hillsdale. Cale Lewis looks like he's got the job here, and they're gonna try to go straight up right now on Kwansniak. Though a nice hedge here, the dip, that's just pretty offense. And those two, they've had that combination going, both Debo and Quinn. That's a 1-2 punch for the books.
Nice pick and roll offense again from Cornerstone Christian as that one is taken away. Other side, Funk reverse layup just because.
Yeah, that was a nice finish, taking out the playmaking ability by the defender, going up another on the other side. Tough shot in there, and Brady Krichbaum, first offensive board for him.
And now makes it 4 points for the big fella underneath. Expect the scoring to take a big jump here in the second half from both sides, because that pressure that Hillsdale saw in the first half, they're starting to get accustomed to it, but still not able to get stops here on this end. They need to start here.
Yeah, 18-point lead right now for Cornerstone Christian. And if you're Hillsdale, you can certainly lose this game here in a hurry if you can't slow down this potent offense.
Cale Lewis was out of bounds when he touched that ball with Kwansniak, so baseline out, and we'll reset with the Patriots. Hudson Funk, dish inside. Davis rises over Krichbaum, can't get that one. Offensive board inside. Keeper. Dishes back to Quinn, and Kwansniak will move the ball yet again. Already 2.5 minutes here into this third quarter. It is an 18-point contest. Quinn, dish, Davis again. Debo Davis really benefiting from all the pressure put on Kwansniak. He's now got 13 points, Debo Davis does.
Yeah, he's been exceptional at the offensive end, but I think there's a lot of dudes at the high school ranks that could knock down the shots he's had set up by Kwansniak so far. 6 dimes and a bad pass ahead of the field. And how about Lewis able to pop right back up to his feet?
Ferguson, deep three, no good. And Krichbaum just can't keep it in. It hits off of the purple baseline. Good snag from Cale, even took a shot, no whistle. No fouls called yet here in this quarter. We saw plenty of them in the first half.
Well, most of them against Hillsdale. Of the 13, 10 fouls against the Falcons.
Hudson Funk had a solid first half with 10 points. Looks inside again to Debo, and he's gonna put up another shot. That one, however, no good. Rebound by himself. Out to Kwansniak, who's fouled on a 3. That'll be Lewis's second foul.
Davis is just engaged tonight. I mean, he goes diving onto the floor here to keep this possession alive. You look at the score count right now, they're up 20, and he's like, nah, fam, I'm in a regional game. I'm trying to get back to the Elite 8, giving it up, going downstairs, and now 3 free throws on the way here for the scoring king.
A rare miss from Kwansniak, 86% shot at the line. Scored 53 points to break the record on Saturday against Berlin Center Western Reserve. Makes the second one. He's got one more. It was a foul on a 3 by Cale Lewis. Did you ever score 53 points in a game?
That was about a season average accumulation for me, I think. So that's just, he's a special type of player. But you see it here tonight that he's way more than just a scorer. 6 assists already to go along with a couple of rebounds. As we'll get a block and an and one. Big call right there. Bennett with his first field goal. Make it his second.
Goes straight to the line. He's dialed in, ready to go. Back to a 20-point contest. Kwansniak looks like he is going to go talk with his head coach / father. And off goes keeper after that foul. So new substitution in. That's Isaiah West. Can't quite get the three-point play. Krichbaum got the rebound, but immediately had it stripped. Good job by Funk to come over and get it out.
Second turnover by the Falcons here in the third quarter. That's really plagued them so far tonight. Catch and release, and starting to find his vibe a little bit out there on the floor.
Dangerous sight if you're a Hillsdale fan here in the building, and at home if you're watching with us live and free. McFadden spin move, dish. Somehow found the shortest player inside with Ferguson, and now Kale on the catch, floats it up and in.
He's got one basket every quarter so far. Kale Lewis is one of those type of cats. He knows how to contribute on the offensive end, but
so can that guy.
This guy, when the train's coming through, it seems like it's full steam ahead right now for Quinn.
18 points for the scoring king. McFadden, another dish inside. Krichbaum goes up on the defense, able to draw contact. Krichbaum with just 4 points here in this game. He's shooting 2 free throws.
Done a really nice job defending Brady Krichbaum so far, and he spent a lot of time on the bench in that first half. But they've surrounded him. When he's had his look so far, hasn't made very intelligent passes out of there. He's been stripped on a couple of occasions as well. So you really got to tip your cap to the Patriots and what they've been able to do, very effectively guarding a guy that just went for 26 and 26 his last time out.
Makes the first free throw. It's 50-28. New subs for Hillsdale. Holland Young and Knox Lewis both enter the contest as Krichbaum goes 2 for 2. So they're doubling up on the big fellas inside, having both Knox and Brady on the floor. Flare screen for Kwansniak. Heat check. Oh, baby. He's got 21.
Made his last 3 shots as well. So, dude's starting to feel it. He's on fire, as they would say in NBA Jam.
Krichbaum had it stripped on the way up. Another effort. That one misses. Just not comfortable right now in the painted area. Kwansniak, another one from deep range. And Krichbaum gets the rebound and is fouled as he went up. It'll be the team 3rd foul for Cornerstone Christian.
Krichbaum doing a better job on the glass here in this third quarter. He's got 3 of his 5 rebounds right now in the frame. It's just been that barrage so far from Kwansniak.
A collective sigh of relief when that three-pointer went off, as Lewis gets open on the other end and lays it in. It's 53-31.
Yeah, nice find that time, and good diagonal cut to the hoop for Lewis. As the Patriots going to take a TO here, try to settle things down. Second taken by Coach Kwansniak tonight.
Coach Kwansniak coached 3 state titles with his alma mater, Villangela St. Joseph, familiar name to us. Their football team did some horrible things to Mansfield Senior in the fall.
Bo Jackson, baby. What a prospect that kid was. Just a load to take down, and TY Tigers had to find out the hard way.
Yeah, so 3 state championships as a coach for Coach Babe, and then as a player also had 3 under his dad, who was the coach at the time there, Ted. And now we're starting to see that repeat, but at a different place here in Cornerstone Christian.
It's in the genetics. A basketball family, and it shows out there on the floor. I mean, his kid is such a direct extension of him, and even though he's a guy that you can tell down there, he's got a lot of flair, he's got some personality, also keeps it cool. Looks like he keeps it pretty positive out there with the kids, and in modern day basketball, you got to find that right healthy balance, and for somebody who's been doing it at the degree and the level that he has, he's done better than just find that balance. He's found a consistent, successful formula, and that's why they're on the precipice here, getting back to another Elite 8.
And we mentioned how Quinn is playing at Army West Point after the end of this season when he goes into college. Nice backdoor cut here, leaves an open layup for Isaiah West. But Coach Babe also played basketball over at Army. So continuing that lineage of the Kwansniak family. Troy Bennett catch and shoot from the corner. Three-point shot has just not been there so far for anybody but Lowe and Ferguson in this contest for the Falcons. Seems so effortless dribbling the basketball here for Quinn. Sidestep, squares up his defender, can't get that one. Long rebound ends up with the Patriots, but it looks like they stepped out of bounds as they caught it.
I think what really stands out, getting an opportunity to see this kid for the first time this season, is how quickly he gets off his release. The Falcons aren't really getting a hand in his face on some of these three-point shots because they're not expecting him to be able to flick the wrist and the capacity and the speed at which he does.
That pass nearly taken away. Good catch by Troy Bennett, who probably should have just went up with it himself. Turns it over. Kwansniak on a flyby. Squares up a three. That one no good. Rebound inside. He'll get another try. Another flyby. Three up, three through. Kwansniak with 24 after that basket. It's nearing a 30-point contest.
He's got 16 points here in the third quarter already. 4 made triples. And it's just that quick. Once this kid starts filling the flow, it's hard to slow down that current. Krichbaum's been that guy for Hillsdale all season long. Love seeing the competitive spirit keeping up here despite what the scoreboard says. Brady still going after it.
Makes it 7 points on the evening after that. Krichbaum was a first-team all-conference member last year. You can book it. He'll be there again this year. Averaging a double-double, one of the few players in the conference to do that. 15 points, 11 rebounds. Brady squares this one up and cannot get it to go. So it stays 58-33 with a minute left in the third.
7 rebounds now for Davis to go along with Debo's 13 points.
And he drives inside this time and has an open look as he went right through Krichbaum.
A little bit of flavor with that layup as well. But Bennett right back with the friendly roll right here. Nice response end-to-end by the senior Holland Young.
With a little English. Senior putting a stamp on this one. First points of the contest for Holland. So Holland Young, 5 points per game this year, 3 rebounds as well. He's a 67% shot at the stripe. Rattles that one in. 47 seconds left. Kwansniak will have it down the floor. Sims holds out top, back to Kwansniak, sitting on 24 points, many of which have come in this third quarter. Drive and dish, that's what he was doing in the first half. Instead of scoring, giving it to Debo Davis, who now has 15.
He's on a season average as well now with 7 helpers, as he'll draw the blocking foul. It's going to be the 16th foul against the Patriots here. It will be a couple of free throws right now for the Falcons. But what an offensive performance so far. We knew it. We knew that Kwansniak was going to come out here and put on a show, as he typically does. Really finding his footing right here as a shooter in the third quarter. And you see what it does in terms of opening up things for the entire offense. Tough to slow down a kid that can shoot from that deep, that's got that type of vision as well.
Holland Young back to the stripe. Knocks down the first. Hillsdale Falcons find themselves down right now 25 points to one of the top teams in Division 7, Cornerstone Christian. Second free throw in for Holland Young with 21 seconds left. Remind you, the last 3 seasons, the only team to beat this crew in the postseason was a really, really good and still really good Richmond Heights team that now with the expansion to 7 divisions no longer has to play the Patriots. Davis goes right to the rack, can't get it, too hard off the back iron. 2 seconds left, Lewis at the horn, banks it in! Cale Lewis with the exclamation mark here in the third quarter. Brings it to a 21-point game. Maybe some momentum here for the Falcons at the end of 3.
If nothing else, you got one for the highlight books. Throw that on the TikTok and let the people eat that up. Great way to end the third quarter, despite an avalanche, of course, by Kwansniak.
We'll take a break. Money Time is up next. Can the Falcons pull off a miracle here tonight? We'll find out on the OH Report.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. Quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
And we're back, ready for the fourth quarter. Still waiting on the clock to line up here. 8 minutes to go. Kale Lewis just banked in a half-court buzzer-beating three to give the Falcons 41 points to Cornerstone Christian's 62 as they try to go quick out of the gates. They end up turning it over. Behind the back move, Kwansniak counted in the foul. What a start for the Patriots to respond to that.
Absolute backbreaker. A little bit of momentum, as you mentioned, banking in that three to end the third quarter just before the horn. You turn it over on your opening possession and you allow Quinn to get out on the run. A little razzle-dazzle and back to the free throw line looking to add to his Scotty point total.
Quinn's now got 27 points after that whole ordeal. 65-41. So erase that half-court buzzer beater. We're back where we were before that. Extra dish wide open. Hayden McFadden gets that to fall. Hillsdale doing the right things offensively. This is where they got to step it up right here, right now. Trying to get back in this contest, down 21 on defense.
First made field goal for Hayden McFadden. The three ball is really going to have to come into play here for the Falcons, but they get burned there. Nice screen and execution. Dip into the basket in the bucket there for Funk.
Funk's now got 12. McFadden spin move in the lane, out to Bennett. Another open look, and that one in and out. Kwansniak, quick board, it's a 3-on-2. Quinn, no look pass, inside keeper, banks it in. Thought that was gonna rattle out, but gets the nice bounce from the rim. 69-44.
Got Kwansniak for 9 assists now. So just tearing apart the Falcons on the offensive end, as that's a nice look by keeper. And then off to the races, another and one for Kwansniak.
This guy just knows how to finish every single scenario underneath the basket. English on the rim, or on the backboard, is nice from this guy. He's got 29. And another chance for a +1. Cornerstone Christian, a full-on blitz of the Falcons here tonight, as it's now 72-44, and Kwansniak's got 30 of them.
He's just found a groove here in this second half. Nobody's been able to defend him for the Falcons.
And you and I both kind of saw it coming. We saw how passive he was in the first half, just trying to break down that initial defense that Coach Ferguson had planned out. And now he can kind of just play his game with this lead. See a foul underneath. Looks like it will be on. They put that one on Carter Sims, number 5.
That's Carter's 4th foul, so they're gonna get him out of the lineup. Keeper checking right back into the mix.
Bennett doubled in the corner, gets it to Lowen. McFadden doubled into the post. Late pass to Bennett, but he will still take it inside at a solid look. Just banked it a little too short. Debo Davis the other way. Nice strong take, couldn't finish. Kwansniak step back, quick trigger. That's going to get the lucky bounce. And he adds even more to his total, 33.
Just found a zone and decided I'm just going to hang out right here in this happy little zone. Everything is fallen. The friendly bounce, the nice shooter's touch. An absolute avalanche with the Falcons battling back. Bennett getting the second field goal of the fourth quarter here for Hillsdale.
He's now got 6 here in the contest. Kwansniak again, that time cannot finish, but way behind the play, there's another whistle.
Yeah, it looked like Quinn got struck in the face. So it'll be a couple of free throws on the way.
Furthest official from the play actually made the call. Quinn gonna shoot 2. Just make one of these and it'll become the biggest lead of the night for Cornerstone Christian. There it is. It's a 30-point contest.
5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight for Kwansniak as he's approaching his season average.
Two for 2 at the stripe, 77-46. Two and a half minutes gone here in the fourth. Ferguson squares it away in the corner. That one falls through. He's got 9.
All of his points from beyond the arc. 3 trifectas tonight for the Frosh.
I thought he's looked pretty good here, especially playing in a regional tournament. You don't know how some of your younger guys are going to step up, but I think he's looked solid. Open look from Funk. He can't knock that one down, and here comes Bennett. He'll get another year out of Troy Bennett, just a junior. Same thing here with Hayden McFadden. Cale Lewis, the sophomore, now tricks up a 3. No good. Krichbaum wide open inside with the finish. This ball hits out after the tip by Lewis. After the replay, you're going to see that Lewis actually got it off of a Patriot, but it hit the ground first on the baseline. So going to stay with the Patriots.
And Brady Krichbaum all of a sudden starting to put together some numbers. 9 points, 8 rebounds, sluggish start for him. Riddled with foul trouble early on in this contest, but starting to contribute like we've seen from this senior Falcon all season.
Tough shot from Davis. Rebound by Ferguson. Across the timeline he goes. Just threaded that through for Cale Lewis, but he couldn't catch it in time to get a shot up. So Cale will inbound on the baseline. That was last touched by Cornerstone Christian. Aiden Pettis rejoins the contest here for the Patriots. Stack formation on the baseline inbound. They'll go to McFadden. Square away 3. That one no good. Kwansniak down the floor with the basketball. Tried to go behind the back, and Ferguson picks up some loose change. Inside, Krichbaum lays it in. He's now got double figures with 11.
Just the first turnover of the fourth quarter for Cornerstone Christian, and it cost them. The Falcons burn them back the other way, and this is a sign of a really quality basketball team. One play, not to your satisfaction. Coach Kwansniak wants to talk things over here, and potentially as well might even get some of his younger roster player into the game now with the score a bit out of hand, given that we're halfway through the fourth quarter. And for the Falcons, still battling in the fourth quarter. We're playing well offensively right now. Got 11 points here midway through. Just tough to keep up with the Patriots squad that's got an average on the season of 76 points per game, over that already here at this portion with 3 dudes in double figures.
Now the score's gotten out of hand, but it's been quite the physical game. You're seeing a couple of the biggest plays throughout this game. Big collisions and a lot of fouls in this one. Unfortunately for the Falcons, most of them have gone their way.
Hillsdale talks about the fact that that state championship football run for them really helped deliver the success that they're enjoying so far this season on the basketball floor. And there's a lot of football players out there. So these are some physical dudes. They're cool with the collisions. They like that extra contact. Just ran into a team here today that's got a bit more basketball pedigree, and it really showed from the early portions of the game where they were outscored, I think 21-5 there in that first quarter. And it's tough to bounce back from something like that, especially against a team that's got as quality of guard play as we've been seeing so far today from the Patriots.
Yeah, it's always tough to take down a team that doesn't have a football team. So it's all basketball there at Cornerstone Christian. And another thing that I think really translates to why Hillsdale's at this stage right now is Davis gets another finish and adds himself up to 19 points. Because in my eyes, with this Falcons team, you've got Troy Bennett, who's more of a basketball guy than you would say a football guy, and then also Lowen Ferguson chucking threes from pretty much anywhere. He misses that one. But everybody else, Brian, athletes, pure athletes. Of course, they can dribble, they can shoot, but they bring you so much more than that. And that's really helped them, especially Krichbaum down low getting new rebounds.
Yeah, that's his 9th so far. And couldn't agree with you more, and that was my first assessment of them. I saw them in a loss. They were 5-0, and they lost to Chippewa. And what stood out to me is that basketball players, they've got a couple of them, but man, are they some pure athletes out there. Davis is that combination. He's one of those scary types. We've seen him get high above the rim. He's got that high IQ, and he's a nice second player offensively so far with Kwansniak. I mean, they're combining right now for 56 points.
Outscoring Hillsdale by themselves. Reverse layup inside by Holland Young is through. 7 points for the senior, playing in his final career game, along with Brady Krichbaum and then Dylan Fickes, who's entered the contest wearing number 21 in white. Give and go just a little bit ahead of Cornerstone Christian, and West loses that out of bounds. We'll see Knox Lewis enter the contest for Kale. So all three seniors getting some play in the final 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just it's a heady move here by Coach Ferguson to understand that this last couple of minutes that you're going to get together on the hardwood during your high school careers, go out and enjoy it with one another right now. See if Fickes ends up getting into the scorebook.
Young finds Ferguson, who dishes right back into Krichbaum. Backs down his defender, hook shot. That will not go, but there is a foul. So Brady's back to the line. 2 minutes left here in the game.
This is the first foul on Debo, too, and as physically as he's played, he's done an excellent job of walling up oftentimes and just being in Brady's airspace, if you will, not coming down with the arms, drawing fouls, putting him on the free throw line like he just did right here.
Krichbaum now to 12 after making that first free throw. Make sure to stay tuned with us here tonight. This is game one of a doubleheader at Barberton High School. St. Paul in the other semifinal in this region. They're set to take on a really tough Warren JFK team that knocked out this Hillsdale group last year.
In both matchups, pretty comparable when you look at one team that's pretty accustomed to winning district championships, having an opportunity to try to get to Elite Eights. The Falcons here for the first time since 2001, and it's been even longer for that Norwalk St. Paul team. They've been waiting since 1999. That would have been a ridiculous angle to score from, though Davis bails him out, an offensive rebound, and even another one as Quinn
looks
down.
Like, yeah, they're going to attend to Quinn. Looks he's okay. They're going to get him up. So that last shot you saw by West does not count. It'll be baseline out of bounds here for Cornerstone Christian. And after that whole situation, Kwansniak, he's going to be done for the day. Congrats to him on a really good performance here today. 36 is the final number, I believe.
He averages 38 a game, so this is the standard. This is what the kid does night in, night out. So if you're getting an opportunity to watch him for the first time tonight live and free, that's an excellent pass down low. Another offensive rebound, and it squirts out here for Ferguson. I mean, it's a treat. You just got to watch the all-time leading scorer in the history of the state do what he's done so many times. Every season that he's been at the high school rank since he's been a freshman, he's averaged, I think, at least 32 points per game. That's a pretty remarkable statistic.
30 plus all 4 years of your career. Must be nice, I'll say.
Never scored over 30 in a game ever at any level. AAU, middle school, I can't comprehend what it's like to do it every time you step foot on the floor. But those pink shoes have been able to do it here tonight and plenty of times, as Coach Kwansniak now, he's going to unload the rest of the arsenal. And there's a huge cheer permeating throughout the building right now as Carson O'Leary, the freshman, going to get some minutes.
Also getting into the game, Jordan Davis wears number 55. So fun moment here for Cornerstone Christian as the energy is kicked up here in the building ever since that first half. Probably back to that level right now, even in an 81-57 game. Troy Bennett on a double team, dishes to his senior. Young to Fickes, left wing three. That one no good. And a rebound by Jordan Davis. Quickly thrown away. Bennett tried with the English. No, sir. And a jump ball on the rebound. Arrow points towards. Where's the arrow in this building?
Right down here at the scores table. Yeah, it's Cornerstone
Christian. We haven't really had to use it tonight.
Yeah, big hug for Brady Krichbaum as he exits the floor for the final time during his outstanding career as a Falcon. He'll be sorely missed. He's been a really fun player to keep an eye on, watch develop, and just a nice kid overall. Just running into a better team here tonight. Cornerstone Christian, one of the favorites to win the state championship this season. So for the Falcons, really can't hang your head over this performance tonight, going up against a squad that they're getting here almost every single season. And as you mentioned, they're a basketball powerhouse. They're working on this year-round.
Davis catch inside, can't score, gets his rebound, throws it up, no good. Barker with the nice defense as he enters the contest for the Falcons. Holland Young gets a bump from behind, floats it up, off the back iron. Rebound by A.J. Brown. And Brown immediately gives it away. 15 seconds left. Down the floor we go. Cornerstone Christian is fouled in transition. Holland Young went in and ripped it away. 2 shots here for Aiden Pettis. And these will likely be the last 2 points of the game. Checking in elsewhere, Crawford with 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lead 48-41, and they're taking out all of their starters. So it looks like the Colonel Crawford Eagles, that'd be the last team standing in our primary coverage area. You got
we've got
River Valley,
and St. Paul still to go tonight, and
Big
then
Walnut.
We'll include Big Walnut in the mix. But Colonel Crawford, what an unbelievable stretch for this team. Have not lost since opening night.
And they just beat the team that beat them opening night by a solid 20, was it? Pretty much.
They handled Crestview in that game the other night in the district semis.
Quick leak out the other way. Holland Young is going to end his career with 2. With 5 seconds left, it's 81-59, and Cornerstone Christian is headed to the regional title. 81-59, the Patriots back where they have wanted to be since 2018. It's their deepest tournament run here in the program since that point. Looking for a chance to get back to the state tournament. Great season for the Falcons. It will end for them at 19-7 on the year. We're going to take one more quick break. We're going to talk to our MVP of this one and recap this historic Hillsdale season live and free for you on the OH Report. Don't go away.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
Where champions rise and rivalries ignite, right here on the OH Report. Special post-game conversation brought to you by the Village Point Market. Tough result here for the Hillsdale Falcons, but Coach Ferguson here to join us after a historic postseason run for your guys. Just your second year here with the Falcons, and look where you're at. Barberton High School here for a regional semifinal. Right. It's a tough result, but this is program changing for sure.
Right, for sure. I mean, it's not the outcome that we had hoped for. But overall, what a great season and great for the boys. And, it's been, in many regards, it's been a success.
Yeah, and just talk a little bit about the game here before we kind of move on to some other things. But always had a tough task. Yeah. Kwansniak just passed the all-time scoring record, and you have to come in and try to shut him down or at least contain him.
Right.
What do you think happened in there in that first half that maybe got it away from you guys?
Yeah, I think it was we were putting too much focus on Kwansniak, and he became a great passer tonight. And, number 0 for them, I think, had close to 20 points or so, and he found the open man. So a big credit to him. Then obviously he got his points later, but we were just out of sorts from the beginning. We tried a couple different defensive schemes, and really nothing was working.
So coming into today, you guys had a really good winning streak going in a tough WCAL. All four of the 8 teams in the WCAL win a district title. Just talk to me about how much experience that helped you guys getting into here, and how you feel that you guys executed here in the postseason because of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great small school division. Ironically, it's all public schools. When you get to the tournament, you play some of these private schools that have no school district. We actually are limited to our school district. But I think the Wayne County League's very tough. Really helps us prepare to make tournament run, and obviously it has helped the other 3 teams as well, Dalton, Smithville, and Norwayne. They're great teams, and I don't know how they're doing tonight, but hopefully they've advanced.
And then for you, just joining me right after talking to the team, what was the conversation as you kind of just recap the season?
Yeah, it was more so somber. Again, it hurts worse the further you go in a tournament. If you get bumped out of an early sectional game, it's more so frustrating and upsetting. But really, the emotions turn really to more of a somber feeling when you get bumped out later. So we'll get over that by the time we get back to the high school, and we'll start looking at all the good times we had this year.
And then finally, your 3 seniors, Dylan, and then also Holland and Braden. Yeah, let's just talk about them and opportunity for them to kind of end their careers. Final 2.5 minutes, you got them in there.
Yeah, no, these guys are great. Brady he played for me last year, played for me this year. I became real close with Brady, and I think the world of him. Holland was on the JV last year, but really had come through pretty strong as our 6th man this year, and really became a great player. Now Holland has been really struggling with, he has shin splints really bad, so he's been limited minutes lately due to an injury, but he really did wonderful for us for most of the season, which helped us get here. And Dylan, although on limited minutes, Dylan's a great player for us, and great shooter, great attitude. I'm really going to miss him. I like Dylan a lot and like the guys, so it's going to be that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm sad about this outcome. It's over.
Well, Coach, it's been exciting to follow you all throughout the way, and all the fans as well watching live and free appreciate you working with us. So do you want to send one final shout-out message to anybody watching?
Yeah, listen, the Hillsdale community, all the players, especially the seniors, my family, and my wife specifically.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Thank you much.
Fickes Furniture, celebrating 100 years in the furniture business, displaying all the latest styles by manufacturers such as Bassett, Flex Steel, Mohawk Flooring, Dutch Craft Bedding, and more. With free delivery setup and removal, make your next movie night comfortable with Fickes Furniture. Quality furniture at an affordable price. Visit our Jeromesville location or visit us online at fickesfurniture.com.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a
Turn with your post-game show presented by Bendon Publishing. Here in the regional semifinals, where the Falcons season comes to a close at the hands of Cornerstone Christian, as the Patriots will advance into the Elite Eight as winners 81-59. Check out your final numbers here tonight. And the Patriots, they were able to get up and down the floor, much to their liking. What surprised me, and perhaps probably a lot of Falcons fans tonight, is the 35 rebounds that they were able to have 10 more, double figures better than the Falcons here in this performance tonight. And Quinn Kwansniak, a huge game yet again for him, as he goes nearly for his season average in scoring, which is 38 points per game. He gets 36 here tonight, 10 assists as well. He was a distributor early on in the game, really found his flow in the second half. The Falcons did a nice job holding him to 8 points in the first half, but it's only a matter of time with the all-time scoring king. And then you look at Debo Davis, who has 9 rebounds to go along with 19 points tonight. That was the 1-2 punch that really did in the Falcons tonight. But they get an admirable performance out of Brady Krichbaum in his final game. Just 2 points, foul trouble in that first half, and he responds nicely in the second with 12 out of his 14, nearly finishing with another double-double as he puts up 9 rebounds here tonight in this game. So the Falcons will wrap up their season with 19 victories. Next up, though, the second half of our doubleheader, that will be the opponent for the Patriots coming up here this weekend in the regional championship game, with a chance to move on to the state Final Four. We got to move on, though, here from game number 1 of 2 scheduled at fabulous Barberton. Appreciate our entire staff out here for making it happen. Jory Hollenbeck, your top camera lady extraordinaire. Adam Thompson, your producer, director. Jonathon Langdon, my partner here tonight doing the play-by-play. I am Brian Skowronski on the color. Big shout out to all of our generous sponsors combining to bring you guys the Falcons coverage all season long. We could not be here doing this without all of those amazing advertisers that you're seeing listed across the bottom line of your screen. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. The second game, we'll have that coverage in about 11 minutes. So find us again right here on the main YouTube, Facebook, BS Media, and the OH Report.